If you want to beat an F80 on both a racetrack and a drag strip with a single car, how much money do you actually need? Like, how low can you go and still beat a proper hypercar? We're gonna find out today. I've actually done this before in Horizon 4 and the results were pretty wild. So we're doing it again in Horizon 6, starting with same brand, different model, SF90. Considerably cheaper than the F80 in-game. The F80 is about 1 million credits, so the question is, how many upgrades do we need to make this thing as fast as an F80 on a racetrack and a drag strip? The stock F80 got a lap time of 43.199 seconds, completely bone stock, no upgrades, no tuning whatsoever, and it got a quarter mile time of 8.633 seconds. Now that's the scary one. Before we put on any upgrades, what is the baseline of our SF90? I'm doing a lap in the background right now. The stock SF90 got a lap time of about 46 seconds, so about 3 seconds slower than the F80, which doesn't sound that much, but it's a pretty short track. And it got a quarter mile time of 9.25 seconds, also slower, but not that much actually. So let's head into the upgrade shop for the first time and see with how little money we can beat the F80. So in my theory, since we're already all-wheel drive and quite powerful, we need to get the weight down to rival the F80. So yeah, that's really cheap. See what kind of benefit it has around a lap time, just to get some knowledge for our future builds, because I have a feeling that the weight upgrade, which is really cheap, actually has a huge effect on the lap time. First lap with the now upgraded SF90, just a single upgrade though, a simple weight upgrade to get a feel for how much can change in terms of lap time if you just made the car a little bit lighter. And I can tell you from, a little bit of airtime there, just feels more nimble and a little bit more slidey on the exits, which, you know, if we're still missing some time on this lap, we might have to upgrade the grip a little bit. 43, that's the F80 time. 45.0 though, that is a full second quicker than the stock one. Back to the upgrade shop it is, and as I said, it felt a little bit slidey, so we are going to upgrade the tire compound, and since every compound costs the same, we're gonna go with the slicks. 250 extra horsepower for just 5 grand, so we're gonna take that for now. The upgrades are not cheap, but I think it's enough to edge out the F80, at least on the racetrack. Oh, that's a lot more violent off the line. Wow, okay, into the first corner. Yeah, I can feel the grip difference with the new tires now. And it's a lot quicker on the exit. Holy airtime. Yeah, this feels a lot more lively now. A little bit less grip than the F80. You can notice it here. But in a straight line, it's pulling. 42, 43. Ooh, we got close. 0.3 seconds slower than the F80. I do want to test some rear Forza aero. It always looks kind of odd on the cars, and I do apologize for using it, but I do want to get a feel for how much of an impact it has on the lap time. Into the first corner, and yeah, it's a small difference, but I think over lap should be enough to edge out the F80. Less skittish on the exit. Oh, 3/10 up already. Come on, SF90. Yeah, this feels a lot more stable now, especially on that long corner. On the straights. Come on, 42, 40. Ooh, sub 43 actually. Wow. Okay. That rear wing had a huge impact on the lap time for not that much credits actually. So we'll keep that in mind for the future builds. Alrighty, so we did manage to beat the F80 on both a racetrack and the drag strip for significantly less money now. Still quite an expensive car. We can go lower, but it's a good reference for now. Before we properly start the hunt for our sub 100k car, there is one more car I do want to mention, and that's the 765 LT. That one stood out to me because I noticed that the price is fairly low, and it was almost exactly as fast as the stock SF90. So I went to the upgrade shop, put some upgrades on it, put it back on the track, and oh my god, it was ripping. It was a bit of an unusual build. I made it all-wheel drive, mainly for the drag strip to rival the F80. Put on some Forza aero and a few other parts, as you can see right here. First car to go sub 400k total budget. Still not cheap by any means. We can go cheaper. They beat the F80 by quite a margin. Alrighty, we've got a budget of 200,000 credits for both the car and the upgrades, and I'm looking at the GT4. It doesn't rival the F80 in terms of power, however, I already know that car from building one for online racing, and let me tell you, the handling makes up for it. The base car, luckily, is quite cheap, 85,000 credits, so we've got a lot of room for upgrades, which we need. I've got a strategy here. If I remember correctly, the stock tire compound is the best compound, which saves us 10,000 credits, which is going to make the tires a little bit wider. wider, mainly for the drag strip. Here's the important thing. Even if we fully upgrade the stock engine right now, it won't have enough power to rival the F80 on the drag strip. This is where my strategy comes into play. Hopefully, I'm crossing my fingers here, because it's got a V12 engine swap. It's still within our budget, so if it works out, which I think it does, it's going to be the new cheapest car to beat the F80. That's quite violent off the line in our Austrian Batmobile. Into the first corner. Yeah, the grip is still there. All right, entry, better exit. That's quicker. That has to be a lot quicker than the F80. Up again. Final corner. What a wild car. I've just recently seen one on the road in full blue carbon. It was quite a sight. And yeah, low. That's 2.5 seconds quicker than the F80. Oh, not a good launch, but we're going to try it anyway. Pedal to the floor. 7, 8, 9, 8. 550. I think we can take off some upgrades and save some money here. First off, brakes. We don't need those on the drag strip, and we are plenty faster around the racetrack, so we can afford to lose a bit of time there. And also tires, I think. Now, this is a bit of a risky one because they also help off the line on the drag strip. It saves a bit of money, and we've got a little bit of time to spare, so we'll try it. Yeah, you can notice the difference, but then again, we've got some time to spare here, so let's fast forward and see what kind of impact it has on our lap time. 41.3, still considerably faster than the F80, but we lost some time. How about the drag strip though? Good launch, even with the skinnier tires. Come on, KTM. Ooh. Just about. Okay. Looking at the final numbers here, we've beaten a proper hypercar with less than 160,000 credits. That's not bad, in my opinion. I think we can go a little bit cheaper, but it's not going to be easy. Another car I had to mention was the TES Civic. Not because it's an outrageous looking car, that's one point, but also because all it took to beat the F80 was a single upgrade. And I put it around the racetrack and the drag strip, and it was close to beating the F80 already on the racetrack, while being front wheel drive, by the way. So I was like, okay, that's kind of interesting. So I went into the upgrade shop and I did the bad thing. I made it all-wheel drive. I'm sorry. Put it back on the racetrack, back on the drag strip, and it obliterated the F80 both times in what is probably the most straightforward build of all time. What a rocket. And really cheap. Can we beat a hypercar with 100,000 credits or less? Now, in order to do that, we have to pick a pretty cheap base car around the, let's say, 50k mark. And I'm just looking at the cars and I have my doubts now. 100k is going to be difficult. I'm going to pick the Corvette as a base car because we have quite a bit of room left for upgrades. It's worth a shot, I think. We have a budget of 38,250 credits to remain under 100k total. Once again, we're going to make it all-wheel drive, not because we need it for the racetrack, but mainly for the drag strip, because we haven't got enough money to make a power build, a rear-wheel drive one. So we have to rely on all-wheel drive to save some time. I'm also going to put on some aero, and there are different wing... don't think it makes a difference, but, you know, bigger is always better. 10 grand is expensive, but so do the other tires. I mean, it doesn't really matter which compound you pick. They're all 10 grand. That's a massive difference. Okay, we are definitely getting the brakes. Holy, that's a very cheap upgrade. So we're taking that as well. Oi, oi, oi. We haven't got a lot of room left now for power upgrades. I'm going to try and make this work. How much is that in total? Oh, that's 100 credits under our limit. I don't think that's enough power. We're going to try it. I'm going to fine-tune it. I'm going to put it around the lap to the first corner. How's the handling looking? Really good, actually. Wow. Okay. That's on level with the KTM GT4. I mean, no wonder. We put in quite a few upgrades. Okay. I mean, the handling is there. I'm just not sure about the power. It's going to be closer than the stock car, obviously, but... Oh... It's a good corner. It's a good handling car, but yeah, we're already at 43. Oh, wow, wow. Oh. Okay, so that didn't work. Going under 100k is going to be tough, dude. We've got the handling already, so there's nothing really we need to touch here, apart from the power. That's a lot cheaper than the previous car, so let's run it again. Oh, that's a much more violent start there. You notice the power immediately there. Holy. And we've still got the handling, so this should be able to pull it off now. Oh yeah, that's much more like it. Turns out you just need a little bit more power to beat the Hypercar. Who would have thought, right? That was very close to tie wall there. A good line through here. Yeah, decent exit. That's a lot of grip. Actually a good car now. Come on. Final corner. Really pushing it. A little bit too much almost. Oh, right on the edge. Come on, Corvette. 41, 42, 40. Just under. Just under the time of the F80. But we did it. Unfortunately, didn't manage to go under 100 grand. That is a bit tricky, I have to admit. And if you look at the credit difference, this Corvette right here is over 800,000 credits cheaper than the F80. Not that bad, actually. What about this, though? 60,000 credits, so a lot of room to play with to still be under 100,000 credits. R class already, which is kind of odd. It's worth a shot, I think. Can we upgrade the tire compound? No, it's already... That's a good sign. So we're saving a little bit of money on the compound here. We're just going to make them wider because they do look fairly skinny, especially considering we want to put this thing on the drag strip. 700 horsepower in a car that weighs next to nothing is really promising, but also kind of scary. We are rear-wheel drive after all. What is that power to weight ratio? I have a suspicion it's going to be a wild ride, but I'm going to try my best to get a clean lap here. Wheel spin into 4th gear there. Holy, this is going to be an adventurous ride. Okay, I have to focus here. This Ford Focus is back in action. Almost lost it there. That's an angry little thing. We are quick now. Oh, it pulls like no other car I've driven so far in this video. That's for sure. Yeah, that's quick. That's quick. Absolutely flying to a 42.1. That's a full second quicker than the F80. That took a while, bro. Oh my god. Can you go cheaper than this? I don't know. Maybe. If you have a car, you think you could beat this, let me know in the comments. I'm really, really curious. There might be some hidden gem in Forza Horizon 6 that can pull it off. The F80 was quick, both around the racetrack and the drag strip. It's not a bad hypercar. It is really, really good. So beating it with that kind of budget, I think that's pretty cool. Let me know in the comments if I should do this again, because I really enjoyed this. It's kind of Forza Science-y, build versus tuned. Really cool challenge in my opinion. Give it a shot if you want as well. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys so much for subscribing as well. Always appreciate it. And until next time...